Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Flora Sky. So, things have been happening since last episode. Some big things, some big changes have been happening, and a lot of things that I need to talk about today. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about that while we walk towards the forest, because I usually will sit around in the starting area like this and talk and do intros and everything the whole entire time. So I thought instead of doing that for once, I would actually get towards the goal and get into the game. Because, you know, last time we went to the research center here, and then they told us that we needed to go stop Team Magma and Team Aqua, who are apparently in the forest. So we're going to make our way to the forest. Well, I kind of explained what basically happened off screen. The last few episodes that I recorded have been kind of annoying, and I could probably tell, you guys could probably tell that I was getting a bit frustrated with the game because I was super speeding through a lot of things and just, you know, kind of skipping through text and stuff and going off on random topics and just talking about so many different things that I didn't really, and I shouldn't really have talked about, because I should have been just focusing on the game itself. But as you can see, we have a ton of changes that have happened off screen. The team has completely changed, well, almost completely, and I did a whole bunch of grinding, Like I spent probably a good maybe 3-4 hours grinding up this team here, and I think it will definitely be worth it, because the reason I was being so frustrated with everything was mostly because there was literally such high levels and they just threw you right into it and there wasn't basically no training in between, and there was only one area that I have found so far to be able to train at, and that's the only area that I trained this whole entire team to this whole time, was that area. And yeah, it was kind of difficult to do, so that was a big frustration for me, was just trying to find a place to train. And so when we kept moving on in the story more and more and more, and then our levels kept being lower and lower compared to everybody else's, I was just kind of like, you know what, maybe it would be a good idea if I took a break and stopped recording for the day. So I stopped recording that day, and when I finished, I went and did a whole bunch of grinding, and now we should be good to go. I think things should be a little bit more normal now. So let's take a look at our new team here. Obviously, you saw Luxray there. We have level 32 Luxray. I went level 32, 33, somewhere around there for everyone, except for a couple of them, because I wanted to evolve them, and they took a certain level to evolve. So Luxray evolved, I think, at level 30. Didn't really learn anything new. Then Growlithe here, I gave Growlithe a PP up. I don't know if I think I did that on screen. But I gave Growlithe a PP up for the Fire Blast move. Nothing really changed with Growlithe. We can't really do anything with Growlithe until we get a Firestone, which we'll need to talk about. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Bloom is no longer with us. I went ahead and switched out Gloom for a Cacturn. I found a Cacnea in that desert. If you guys will remember, we went through a desert area. There was a Cacnea in the desert, and I caught it, and I evolved it into a Cacturn. Because I wanted a better Grass-type Pokemon, because Gloom wasn't going to learn any more Grass-type moves, unfortunately. Except for, like, Petal Dance at level, like, 50-something. Because apparently we missed out on Mega Drain. I don't know how. It was supposed to get it at level 20, but I don't think it did. Either that, or maybe I accidentally got rid of it or something. I don't know, but anyway, I think Petal Dance would be the worst move to have, because it has a chance of confusing. And Cacturn will get Needle Arm, I think, at level 41. So I thought, why not have a good Dark and Grass-type Pokemon on our team, and just have Cacturn instead. So Gloom may come back, may not, I don't know. We also couldn't find a Leaf Stone to evolve it. Again, we'll talk about some of that stuff here in a minute, but for now, I think Cacturn will work pretty well. So maybe we'll bring Gloom back, maybe we won't, but until then, we're going to keep Cacturn on. And also, Staravia is here. It is evolved into Staraptor. I got it to level 34, and as soon as it evolved, it wanted to learn close combat, but I decided against it because really it's not going to be any use to us because it'll do more damage on us. I think it lowers some type of stat or something. I don't remember all the stuff, but anyway, we're flying in normal type, so we don't really need it. I think we're fine. Swinub finally evolved. Yes, it finally evolved into Piloswine. Thank goodness. It took forever, but I think it was level 33 that it finally evolved, and we're looking good now. We finally got some decent stats on Piloswine, so I'm very happy about that. Still no ground type move, but we're here with Piloswine. And then of course, I went ahead and evolved Prinplup into Empoleon. I was like, you know what? I'm not waiting around anymore. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. So I evolved Prinplup. It is level 36, and now it is an Empoleon. So that's what the team's looking like so far. We had some big changes. We had some big changes to the team. Now the layout should be updated as such. So I think the only thing that we have left to do is to go into the forest and continue on, because we were supposed to be seeing about stopping Team Magma and Team Aqua. Sky is here apparently. Ah, May, you're here. This forest is so huge and full of many dangers. There are many members of Team Aqua and Team Magma inside it, so I must test you first. Alright, well I have a newly evolved and leveled up team, so hopefully we will not have any trouble training against you, Mr. Sky. And as you guys can see, the levels are level 32, 33, somewhere around there, and we were like level 26. So there was no way that we were going to be able to get through this part of the game without doing some type of training. I mean, it just had to happen. We had to do some type of training. So that's what I did. I went ahead and trained up the whole entire team, and some evolved, some didn't. Now, of course, you guys know with Growlithe, we need a Firestone to evolve Growlithe. And I thought about replacing Growlithe, since we replaced Bloom with Cacturne, because I wasn't sure when we were going to be able to evolve Gloom, because we couldn't find a Leaf Stone. The same went for Growlithe. Apparently we need to get a Firestone, and the only way to get a Firestone is to go to Mount Fiery. Well, unfortunately, I went back to Mount Fiery. I finally found it. I literally forgot where it was. It was right over by like Taya City, I believe. And I finally found it, and I went back there. And when I went back there, you're supposed to have strength to be able to get to it, but there was a magma grunt in front of the area where the strength rocks were, so I couldn't get to it. I don't know if it was like a glitch or something, because I'd seen some people go through there before and get the stone, but I'm not able to do it yet. So I thought maybe it's just a story thing, and maybe we'll be able to get it a little bit later. So I'm gonna hold out on Growlithe before we replace him. I did catch a Ponyta. It will be in our PC. I caught a Ponyta off screen because I thought, you know what, I need something. I need something to replace this, Growlithe with, because we can't survive through the whole entire game with a Growlithe. I mean, eventually everybody's going to evolve and all this stuff and that, so I thought, well, we can use Ponyta and use Rapidash, because that's another fire type in the game. We're very limited right now on the amount of fire type Pokemon that are in the game, so I'm kind of looking around like, where on earth am I going to find another fire type? I happened to look in a certain area of the grass, and I found the Ponytas, and I'm like, well, we could use Rapidash. Rapidash wouldn't be such a bad idea. But then I started looking at when Ponyta evolved and everything into Rapidash, and I think it was around level 40. And since I wasn't going to level 40 yet, I was like, ugh, that would just be a pain to have to train up Ponyta to like level 33, and then it would still be a Ponyta. I mean, we might as well be better off using Growlithe at that point. So I thought, you know what, let's just keep Growlithe for now. We'll keep him around for now, see how he does, and if it gets to a point where we definitely will need to switch him out because he's just too weak, maybe we'll find a suitable fire replacement. If not, we can just get the Ponyta out and I will train it up to level 40 and then get myself a Rapidash. So we'll hold out on switching out Growlithe for now. But Gloom. So let's talk about Gloom. I decided to make the decision to replace Gloom with Cacturne because, for one thing, I was looking up things in the game and I was trying to figure out where I could find a Leaf Stone, because apparently I think Leafeon is in the game, but Leafeon doesn't evolve by a Leaf Stone. And I just ended up down this wormhole, basically, where apparently there was some changes made into the Flora Sky game. I found the wiki page or something for Flora Sky, and apparently there was some changes made to the game so that certain Pokemon would evolve. You guys know, like, when a Pokemon needs to be traded to evolve, well, they probably, I would assume they would fix that, because you obviously can't trade in this game. So I looked it up, and apparently there's some changes that they made to a bunch of different evolutions. Unfortunately, I don't think they were changed for Growlithe, because you can find a Firestone in the game, but I don't think you can find a Leaf Stone in the game. So in order to get a Bile Plume, you basically just have to have Gloom, and it'll evolve into Bile Plume at level 40. So I was like, well, I could hold on to Gloom until level 40 and have Absorb for literally the whole entire game, or I could get a Cacturne and have Needle Arm when I get that at like level 40 as well. So it was like a back and forth when I was deciding, and eventually I just decided to use Cacturne because I thought, well, if we go with Cacturne, then that should help us out a bit, because we won't have a status afflicting grass type move, because the only thing that we will have on Gloom would be Petal Dance, and Petal Dance causes confusion, and it was just a big thing. So I was like, well, would I rather have Needle Arm or would I rather have Petal Dance? And in the end, I just decided to get a Cacturne. And apparently in this game, the only way to evolve Cacnea into Cacturne is to level it up with High Friendship at night. So apparently Cacnea has two different evolutions in this game. It will turn into Maractus if you level it up during the day, or Cacturne if you level it up at night. And I figured, why would I do that? Why would I turn it into a Maractus when I have a Cacturne right here? Cacnea evolves into Cacturne anyway, it just makes sense. So I played late that night apparently, because since I did a whole bunch of training and walking around anyway, Friendship just went up on the Cacnea really quickly. So it evolved at, I think, level like 31 or 32 or something like that. So I got me a Cacturne, and I thought it would be a little bit better. Again, this isn't final, okay? It probably won't be final. We might switch Cacturne out for something better if we find another grass type, or we might bring back in Gloom when we get to the area where we're going to need like level 40s, which honestly will probably be not very long from now, because considering this Hippowdon is level 38, we're still underleveled, and I did all of that training. I can't believe it. But usually that's the way it goes with these ROMs. So I don't know. We'll stick with Cacturne for now. But also, Piloswine is the same. So I'm going to get a Mamoswine at level 40, which is nice. They changed that as well. So instead of getting Ancient Power and getting a Mamoswine by that way, I don't think Piloswine learns Ancient Power in Gen 3. So they had to kind of help out with the movesets and stuff. So instead of getting the Ancient Power, which I won't get, I will just evolve at level 40 into a Mamoswine. So I'm looking forward to that. I debated switching out Piloswine, but in the end I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna switch out Piloswine for a different Pokemon when we've literally worked so hard to get this thing since the beginning of the game. So I definitely want to keep Piloswine around, and I like ice types. So that's the whole spiel, basically, about what happened off screen. I also did a bunch of stuff, like I did a little bit of backtracking. I feel like I should have kind of recorded everything that I did off screen so that you guys could have seen it. And then I could have like shown you what all I did, because I did go back to Pule City, I believe, which is the second town that you go to. I went back there, and we can go into the museum now. If you guys remember, there was a museum there, an art museum apparently. It's the same as it is in Lily Cove City in the original games, so there's nothing there. The only difference is there was a Team Aqua Grunt in the back area where the art guy takes you. So I feel like we'll be going there eventually. That's why I didn't want to show you guys that on screen. I also went to the Dark Cave because I had to keep going back and forth. Yeah, I found some stuff in there as well, because now that we can use strength, I went through there and I got a few items. Nothing noteworthy or anything. And I didn't go too far because obviously we don't have surf. But I think that's pretty much all I did. Haha, you really surprised me. Don't forget to heal your Pokemon before you enter the forest. Listen, I think I'm fine, okay? I'm fine. But yeah, I did go back and do that. And have a whole bunch of stuff, basically. Huh, May, long time no see. My dad told me about Team Magma's conspiracy. Champion Cynthia and people and other people went deep into the forest. We should also catch up to them. Man, one thing that I don't like about this game is the grammar, because these sentences I usually have to make up on my own because they do not know what they are talking about. At least we can go into the forest now, which honestly, I'm gonna look around real quick and see what Pokemon are in here, because holy crap, I need a new place to train. And it looks like some grass types, which is good. It might not be a bad idea for me to catch one of these glooms. If I find a gloom while I'm training that has Mega Drain or something, I might actually end up catching it. Because that would be good to have on the team and replace with our gloom, which apparently didn't ever learn Mega Drain for some reason. But it looks like just a bunch of grass types and bug types, and then of course there was a Sentret as well. So nothing new or noteworthy so far. But yeah, I went back and did pretty much all of the training that I could possibly do at the time. So I feel like we should be okay to go a little bit farther into the game. The only problem is I also feel like we're going to be under leveled again. So at least I have a different place that I can train up now. Although it's going to be kind of annoying to have to come to this forest area and do it. But you know what? Whatever. As long as I'm able to get some training in the areas where I need to, then I'm fine. So we need to, I guess, take out these Team Magma and Aqua Grunts. I guess that's what our goal is. So I guess we can do that. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go though. I'm assuming that I need to go up towards the back, but there's Team Aqua Grunts everywhere, so I might as well go ahead and go with them. You're not really gonna do much, Growlithe, but we'll keep you around. Just so you can use strength. And I know I said that I wanted to stop going through and doing so much super speeding and stuff, because I mean I did it so much. But I don't think these battles are important, and I want to keep it to the important battles and stick to those. Also, I did remember, I don't know why I forgot, but we do have the Sunstone as well if we did want to evolve Gloom into a Blossom. But the only problem with that is I would rather have the poison typing instead, because I know the poison typing will be useful for us instead of just having the regular grass typing, which Blossom has. I just figured it would be better that way to have Gloom instead of Blossom. But if you guys would rather see Blossom, let me know, and if I do any more training and decide to switch back in Gloom, then we'll evolve it into a Blossom instead, if that's what you guys would prefer. I don't care either way. I would rather have the Gloom though be a Bile Plume, because I would rather have the extra typing with the poison. But if you guys would rather— ooh, a deerling. This might not be a bad thing to catch. I think I'm going to catch you. Just so that we can have a deerling in our midst. The seasonal Pokemon. Isn't it normal type? I feel like it's a normal type. Ugh. I was thinking it was grass type for some reason. Because that was super effective, so I don't know, maybe it is grass type. Anytime I see a Pokemon that looks relatively grass type, I'm literally like, let me have it, just in case. I'm gonna go this way, but I feel like I would need to go back the other way. I feel like there was people over there that were blocking something as well. I don't know, we'll see. The team right now is doing pretty good though. We're doing okay. I think— oh wait. I was gonna use Flame Wheel, but why bother whenever we have the rain up? It'll just make everything more difficult, so I'm just gonna rely on Luxray pretty much. Growlithe, of course, I figured was going to go down. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm just gonna rely on these guys. And I probably should— you know, I really should be keeping more track of my Pokemon and not letting them faint all the time. I just get so used to being in Nuzlocke that I'm just like, you know what, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to keep things alive, but then when I'm not in a Nuzlocke, I'm like, you know what, what's the point? What's the point? Let them faint, it's fine. They'll be okay. When in all reality, it probably would be better if I would just keep them alive. Because, you know, that's, you know, definitely a big thing whenever you're training. You need to have your Pokemon not be fainted. Man, this forest is humongous. Stop, how can you come here? Well, I went through this town, and then after I went through the town, I just followed this route till I got to here. Pretty simple, right? Fighting all the Team Aqua grunts, though, is definitely a plus for Luxray. I was looking for hidden items, but you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and just go through here. I have to assume that I'm going the right way. Every time we go to a new area, it just says polar forests. Guessing I'm going the right way. I thought, ooh, nah. I was gonna say, I love Murkrow. I would catch a Murkrow. But I won't. We have Staraptor. I don't know. Maybe we're going the right way. We'll eventually get there. And then we'll miss a few items here and there, of course, like always. But I'm gonna give Luxray all of the training that it needs, honestly. Because we have all of these water types. It'll be good training for Luxray. And it wouldn't be any training for Growlithe anyway. Oh, there's the Team Magma people. Okay. Do I want to use a revive? I kind of do. I don't want to go all the way back. I could actually use a rare candy. Let's see. No, I won't do that. I'll use a revive because you're about to level up anyway. I want to have Growlithe be around because he needs experience too. I was defeated by Team Aqua, but they're too late. Our boss Maxi will take the red orb before Team Aqua can come. Oh, well, I thought you wanted to fight me. So who am I fighting? All the Team Aqua grunts or all the Team Magma grunts? Confused. I love how my dogs just decide to bark anytime they want to, though. And just, you know, bark constantly. I love it. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened in a video. That my dogs were barking in the background. Wouldn't be the first time, definitely probably won't be the last. Honestly though, if this area becomes any more denser and we have to basically go on a lot farther, then I'm probably gonna need to either go back or end off the episode, because that fight that we did with Sky in the beginning of the episode, it kind of took a while. And we're already 25 minutes in. Can you believe that? We're already 25 minutes into the to the episode and we haven't even really done much. All we did is be lost in this forest. I'm assuming I'm going the right way. But you know what happens when you assume? I mean, oh, am I supposed to be looking for the orb? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh. Maybe that's why I'm supposed to be finding the orb first. And there is no end? Oh boy, if that's the case, we are so lost. Apparently we're not supposed to be facing Team Magma. We're only supposed to be facing Team Aqua. Alright. Good to know, I guess. Is that the orb that we need? Is it just a hidden item? Oh no, it's a max revive. Okay, well it's very useful. Very useful. I think we're going in the right direction now. Still, I'm gonna hold out hope that I'm going in the right direction. Please let me be going in the right direction. Yeah, I think that's the right direction. Okay. Also, I'm running out of healing items. So I gotta buy some more of those as well. Alright. More battles. Seems to be the theme of this episode. Battling a lot of people. See, Growlithe is struggling right now, guys. Growlithe is struggling right now. And he's level 34, so... I don't know. Do you think we can do it or not? Because I'm kind of having second thoughts now on the Growlithe thing, but I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Just tell me what you think. Should we switch out Growlithe for Ponyta, or should we just keep going with Growlithe? I mean, do we even know if I'm going to be able to... Oh! Good, we made it. Do we even know if I'm going to be able to get a Firestone? No, we don't. Guard this place. Do not let anyone enter. Oh, okay. Fine, whatever. Not like I want to enter anyway. Alright, I have one revive left. Hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna use it on Growlithe. And then I am going to heal up our team. I think I bought hyper potions. So I think I'm good. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, well, alright. This is gonna be good. I think what we're gonna do though is we're gonna end off the episode here. We pretty much made it through the forest. We did a lot. Even though it doesn't seem like we did a lot, basically we just did a lot of battling. So I think I'm gonna end it off here, and then next episode when we come back in, we will go into this area that's been blocked off and see what's going on in here. See if they're managing to get the orb, or are we gonna be able to stop them? So I will see you guys in the next episode.